How many remember EC Comics? Well, you might not have heard the name, but you probably have heard of their titles. One of their most famous comic titles was Tales from the Crypt, along with Vault of Horror, The Haunt of Fear, Two Fisted Tales, Shock and Suspense stories. They had tons of different comics. But Tales from the Crypt being one of their most well known series that was turned into a TV show, movies, and might be getting a reboot soon. Well, hopefully. Well, right now we're able to stream all the episodes on Shudder. So now, wouldn't it be crazy if EC Comics made like a return? Yeah, that would be. And they did. EC Comics is back with a whole new line of different stories and different series. This one is Cruel Universe, and this is their newest volume. This is volume 11, number 11, for the month of June. Now, this is their sci fi department where they focus more on science fiction stories. Now, there are three stories in this. I really enjoy them, and a lot of them are very timely. One, the stories are One of the Good Ones, The Wages of War, and AI Adoption. In One of the Good Ones, we focus on an alien planet who took in a pretty large colony of humans because Earth got a little, well, overpopulated. So these aliens, called Conquerors, decided to invite them, decided to let them in. But there was some like hiccups here and there, and as of right now, in the most recent years, one of the people that used to be friends of the humans and used to be one of their biggest benefactors turns on them for a little cash. Although she has a little secret of her own. She's not entirely of her own species. And in Wages of War, we find an arms dealer that decides to have a marriage between what he likes to do, selling his weapons, and the potential of AI. And we see AI is very cruel, logical, and calculative. And then with AI adoption, we get an overworked person that does magazine columns, that gets a order in that requires 5 days of work, but only given 5 hours to print photos for a magazine or to come up with different columns for a magazine. So what does she do? Well, she decides to use AI to generate some images for the brochure. But also, the thing about AI is it's very good at what it does, and it's not something you can easily get rid of without causing harm. And that is Cruel Universe. If you want to check it out, it's definitely worth the read. And I never noticed this. EC stands for Entertaining Comic. Hmm. But, like I said, they have other stories here, other series. They have one that is kind of like their version of Tales from the Crypt. I think it's called Emphasis of the Abyss. And they have Outlaws, which is like their Western comic. They have tons of different series out there, so definitely give them a read. And every now and then they will reprint one of their old stories from their Tales from the Crypt line.